What's going on, guys? Welcome to Double Tap. This is Mash Those Buttons podcast dedicated to the FGC. I am, of course, your host. Crash in the building with me as per usual. We've got Static Gorilla. Hello. Fresh and hot off the weekend. Busy weekend for some. I don't know how your weekend was. I just know I'm extremely tired.
Attended a tournament. Lost at said tournament.
Oh, that's right, you were.
Sunday, I played a lot of Pokemon. That was Saturday. I think I got home Saturday and played more Pokemon. And Sunday I played more Pokemon. It's competitive out there. Actually, I wish they had more Pokken on those events now, but you know, they did have the video game championships, which I watched this weekend of Europe. Not from Europe, imagine.
Sick.
But yeah. So that's what I did.
Pretty chill weekend. A couple other things went down. Shout out to South Louisiana Major. Slam, aka Slam. The homie Shakugan was out there. I think he got like fifth place or something like that for KOF. Was it KOF? Am I thinking KOF? No, I'm thinking Tekken actually. I think he got like fifth in Tekken. I didn't check out he did at KOF. Yeah, with Katarina. And shout out to Biking Boys for winning. LK Lord Knight took the tournament with Biking. It was from losers too. From losers, It was like a 6-0 or a 6-1. It was solid gameplay. Against Ram, too.
And also this weekend will be Texas Showdown, so keep a lookout for that.
Yes, this weekend will be Texas Showdown, so we're going to be seeing some good matches to watch, some things to enjoy while we're out. You know, if you're not working the weekend, if you're like me, you work the weekend anyway. It's all good. Got something to put on the side. But yes, so guys, this is of course Double Tap. This is the podcast dedicated to everything and anything in the fighting game community. Make sure to follow us at Double Tap FGC on Twitter, and of course follow us on YouTube, where we upload highlights of these podcast episodes as well as the future content we'll be releasing there. So once again, that's at Double Tap FGC. We appreciate you guys coming through. So, babe, we got some interesting stuff to get into this week. It's been a development. It's gonna be a little chill this week. It's gonna be a little chill. Nothing I want to say across all boards of fighting games have had an update, but we've had a couple of things come up, so we're gonna be jumping right into that. So let's get into it with Street Fighter 6.
But I do have a shout out.
Oh, we got a shout. So let me bring that back.
Yes. I do have a shout out.
Before we get into we've got into our fighters corner, we do have a shout out from Static G.
He does not know I was going to shout him out, but I was talking to a friend of mine. He hit me up talking about going to the lab, and I said, yeah, the lab is every Thursday night. We play Marvel, we play Guilty Gear. I had a bad showing that night, but he did also beat me in Guilty Gear. Shout outs to Rob, aka Uncle Bob. That is his tag.
Uncle Bob? Yo, that's sick.
Yeah, you know. Yeah, Uncle Bob. He did take care of me with an Angie play and Angie Mito, of course. And yeah, I was not ready.
Spin the win, man. Yeah. You're not ready for the spin the win.
Rare spin, because he just got the game a couple weeks prior.
Oh wow! He's just coming out.
He wasn't much of a Beyblade spinner. No.
What was the final placement?
I believe he was 6th, only because he made it on stream against the top, the Biken player who was killing us all. But
it wasn't me though.
Cat, I think it was Cat. Cat is the person's name. Cab.
Was their Biken better than mine?
I mean, they didn't make grand finals.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so maybe not. We'll see. Yo,
so shout out to Rob.
Shout out to Uncle Bob.
I say shout outs to Rob because while we were just hanging out, he goes, "Yeah, man, I listened to the show," and I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Oh, that's love right there. Yo, shout outs to Uncle Bob, man, coming through the lab, busting out with the Angie, and also listen. Yo, shout outs to you, homie. Appreciate the love, and hope to see you at the lab if I make my way out again. You know, maybe we'll cross paths.
Originally MK player, so if you saw him in person, you probably would.
I might even know who it is because I played on NetherRealm games like crazy too. All right, so let's jump into a non-NetherRealm game with Street Fighter 6. It's gonna be this week is gonna be very, very interesting. Of course, that's gonna be because we got a formal announcement that went down. I think it was it the 12th? Yeah, it was the 12th. So it was about 5 days ago. We got our formal announcement on Capcom's on the official Street Fighter, the Street Fighter Twitter. Excuse me. We got a Street Fighter showcase showing up, and of course, as a splash up, you know what we got? We got little Wheezy F baby showing through, and actually announcing that he will be hosting the event, which is going on April 20th, 420, to my Blaze Green homies out there. But yeah, so we got a showcase to tune into, 3 p.m. Pacific time, which is gonna be 6 o'clock for us here. And once again, they're gonna be breaking down. They've already said what they're gonna be taking a look at. They're gonna be talking about a Fighters Ground, a World Tour, and Battle Hub a little bit more. So they're not just only gonna talk about those specific components of the game, but they're also apparently gonna have a huge announcement as well. And I mean, we've already speculated about this, right? We covered it last week that there's been talks that we will most likely get an open beta at the end of the month, which coincides. You know, we covered that right before this announcement was made, so it coincides with that story pretty well. So I wouldn't be surprised. But I think overall, man, it was a surprise. I was surprised to see Lil Wayne come through. Yeah. I mean, some people might seem it's random, but I don't. It's not as random as you think, for a multitude of reasons. And I just want. All right, so I want to put it out there, right? Because I'm just gonna be a buck because that's just what I am.
Spit it out. No.
Yeah, no, it's interesting. It's just all right. So there's this personality out there. I'm not gonna say their name because they're not worth actually name dropping, because I just think they're a piece of shit. That's just me. But they supposedly, this person they have ties with the FGC, or had ties, whatever the fuck their problem is with the FGC, and went on a rant about like, oh, they picked up Lil Wayne, they're so stupid, why Lil Wayne, it's 2023, he's not even relevant, this, that, and the other. And I'm just like, and he's like, oh, and he's a rapper. I'm like, bro, you are so disconnected on a multitude of levels. Like, Street Fighter and fighting games in general are very, very hip hop orientated. Like, it's pretty well documented, you know, that there is a certain relationship there. And plus, Street Fighter 6, considering the producers themselves have stated they are bringing a lot of that into this, which you can see it clearly in so much of the presentation. Like,
not just that, the director's t-shirts are longer than my height.
Street Fighter is hip hop. Like, it is about hip hop. Like, I don't understand why that was even a confusion. So it kind of like, I don't want to say it pissed me off, but I was like, wow, you can't be any more disconnected when ranting about this shit and trying to stay relevant with a scene that you're not even involved with anymore. And I just want to, like, you know, maybe if you're gonna take anything away, maybe a little bit, there's a little oomph of gold nugget of knowledge for you. Capcom's already paid like an incredible amount of money to market this game. It was on fucking WrestleMania, right? They had ads on WrestleMania. You know, it was a Royal Rumble, excuse me. Thank you. I was like, WrestleMania, that was too recent.
They didn't do a Super Bowl ad.
On Royal Rumble, they didn't do a Super Bowl ad. Yeah, I think it's a Super Bowl ad. I think it's just a little insane.
$2 million. That's the that's the whole Capcom Cup. Right?
Yeah, right. But you know, they have definitely been pushing their marketing forward, and it makes sense to have someone like Lil Wayne to be attached to it, because Lil Wayne has also in the past, you know, has a history of touring with cats like, obviously, you know, some of his artists like Drake, and they've even had like Street Fighter 4 themed like graphics, merchandise and shit, like based off of it. Like, they are definitely tied to it. It's not the first time. Like, you know, we've had our Lupes involved in, right, that are also, you know, it have been in the scene, right, of Blade Daigo, blah blah blah. Like, they're involved. Like, this isn't anything new. So for them to put out someone like Lil Wayne to join up, like, that's just a mass appeal, man. Like Lil Wayne still is very relevant nowadays. I don't know how you couldn't say he isn't. And you know, just having him on here is going to put so many more people's eyes on Street Fighter that probably just weren't aware of. Oh, there's a 6? Oh, that's crazy. There's a 6. Oh, man, yo, look at that. They're going to see this on that showcase too, because they are fans of Lil Wayne. Like, I feel like you underestimate the amount of marketing power someone like that has. And Capcom clearly knows what they're trying to push forward to, because this game is going to fucking sell. So they're just gonna they're just gonna roll with it. And if it means bringing a name like this in to present at a showcase, like hell yeah, people are gonna watch. Like, are you crazy? There's gonna be people that are gonna definitely pick up this game because they didn't even know it existed. Not because of Wayne's in it, but they're gonna be exposed to it because he's part of it. So
I didn't. By the way, I didn't know who Ninja was until he tagged with Drake on Fortnite.
Yeah,
so and I already knew what Fortnite was, and I already knew what streaming was. But for the amount of people that showed up during that stream after that tweet,
it
was huge for that game and for Ninja himself.
Yeah, for sure.
So I mean, and then granted, I had a friend who knew Ninja personally, and I was like, oh, I feel terrible now.
So this was, I think, not really a big surprise. I just wanted to put it out there because I thought that nonsense of like, oh, why is he involved? I'm like, clearly you just don't understand marketing 101. You're not really aware. You're not even in tune with the scene. So it's like, it really just ticked me out because like, son, like just be happy this shit is happening. This is getting so much more mass appeal. Like this game is going to sell so well. Like it's insane. So they're just going to just roll with it as hard as they can and put their resources in to make it, to showcase it as best as possible. And it's going to work. Like it's going to sell because of it. But yeah, like Street Fighter and fighting games are hip hop. Like there's just no two buts about it. Like there is definitely a big relationship there. So I just wanted to make sure that was out there. So people are aware of that.
I think it's a good way to go about it with using them as showcases, and whether it's going to be like a host of here's some exciting clips and then it's just like him showing not really playing the game, because last time it was just the Lupe Diego stuff.
Yeah,
I think I was going to say Diasco. So it was the Lupe stuff, and then you even had Kanye show up that one time in Street Fighter 5 to test the game out. But they didn't really use him at that time either for 5. No. There wasn't much celebrity to it. This is going ham.
Yeah, and we don't have to have and we don't know. Like motherfucker, we don't know. Lil Wayne might be about that life for all we know, right? Like it's just like motherfucker is definitely about that skateboard life. Like I come from that cloth too, and that motherfucker really is about it. And it's like, well, you don't judge a person. You don't know. They might really be nasty with it or might be about it. And this is a way of them. Maybe they got interested and they wanted to be involved. Shit, yeah, right. They got to entertain somehow. I remember
Roman Reigns was it WWE? He had a clip, and then they showed his tour bus. They opened the door. What's hidden behind a chair? A PS5. So
easy.
What are they doing on the tour bus? Playing PS5. Okay.
So we get to check out the showcase once again. It's going to be happening April 20th. I mean, that's also like, come on, genius marketing. This is going to be fucking awesome. Of all days, 420. Once again, shout out to my Blaze Greens. And it'll be live on, I believe it's going to be across the board, Capcom Fighters on Twitch. It's going to be on YouTube. Right now, they're linking specifically to the YouTube. So there's already a pre-setup. There's even 69 people waiting in YouTube. Nice. What's up, guys? What's up, Wheezy fans? There we go. I just want to put it up in there. To all 69 of you chilling. But this is going to be sick. I'm assuming we're going to be getting, of course, some of that open beta potential announcement. And, of course, the other announcement they're probably going to have is going to be this ad break that we're going to hit real quick. So we'll be right back after this, guys. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right. All right, and we're back. Closing off, well, not really to close it off yet, but yeah, Street Fighter 6 showcase going down on the 20th of April. This is actually going to be probably one of the components they're going to talk about, and it's already kind of been shown off that it's kind of like live or you can see it in the marketplace. But yeah, so remember, we got Fighting Ground, we've got World Tour. In the Battle Hub, right? We got like the three components. If you played, especially the beta, those three components are what you see when you first start up the game. And Fighting Ground and World Tour are your single player content that the game is providing. You don't need to be online for these. But it's been shown that in the Microsoft Store, and I think at this point now, maybe even the PlayStation Store, has shown that Street Fighter 6, Fighting Ground, and World Tour are all separate downloadable pieces of content. Now, what does that mean, right? What does that mean specifically? This is actually really cool. I was trying to piece this together, and it kind of makes a lot of sense if I put it in this context. So of course, you guys, traditionally in fighting games, whether you have a single player content, arcade, whatever, right? That usually gets downloaded with the game. So with that comes your cutscenes, endings, your dialogues, whatever little additional accoutrements come with the game that are just outside of just playing a match, right? Like for Guilty Gear, it's like another story or a story mode, right? You get all that takes up space in the total size of the game, not just the actual me versus you in-game match data. So when I heard about this, I was like, man, why would they do that? I want to say you're specific. I think you're going to still require, obviously, Street Fighter 6 in order to actually download Fighting Grounds and World Tour, or rather for them to actually execute, right? Like if you click on the app itself, you can just execute on it. But what I think is going on here is I think this is like a method for Capcom, which is going to sound very weird, but it kind of also makes sense because it's beneficial to both, I guess, is that this is more for the competitive scene where TOs or people that are just playing the game to just play matches, or maybe even a general casual player that just wants to play matches, doesn't give a shit about the single player stuff, can just download Street Fighter 6 raw by itself and not take up as much of a size as it would if you had every piece of what World Tour content's going to come with, every piece that Fighting Ground is going to come with, all that extra fluff, which is like good. Like if you want the whole game experience, you download it all, that's fine. But say you have to set up a bunch of setups, right? As a TO, you no longer have to worry about the 30 or however many gig download it's going to be. As a matter of fact, Fighting Games Daily said it's going to save a lot of storage where you don't have to worry about downloading this whole big piece of the game. All you require is this much if all you're trying to do is get your matches on, right? It's beneficial to players, to tournament players that are just trying to get matches. They just want to go online, hit Battle Hub and go online. Cool. TOs are going to have a lot of time, especially if for any reason they have to download things at venues. Now you no longer have to worry about like one setup having to drain 30 gigs, 40 gigs. It can now maybe be 10 gigs, 15 gigs, right? The amount of space it takes up in your hard drive is no longer as big. The footprint isn't as big. So it makes a lot of sense for that, which is really, really cool for them to do that. But then if you need the whole thing, you can just like, oh, maybe you just want to deal with World Tour. Then you just download World Tour and you still don't need to worry about Fighting Ground if you don't want it. It is all just really the whether or not you need these pieces of content in there, and they were just saying like you don't have to have everything. You can just have select what you want. Obviously you still need Street Fighter 6 to buy it, but you can just pick and choose as to the components that you're going to be playing into the game.
It's very interesting. I like that. I like that they're separating it. I mean, think about those times when they're like, yo, we need to update the system. You have to update the whole game.
Yeah.
World Tour doesn't even have to be touched.
Yep, exactly.
This could also mean somebody who's, like you said, not interested in the World Tour. This doesn't have to load up the entire 45 to 50 gigs that Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite has to.
Because it had the entire story, right? It had all those cutscenes that had so much in it, which is a good thing. And actually, the other part of that makes it interesting for me is that for them to think about that, I wonder just how much content could be in World Tour that they're like, let's make this optional because this is huge. Like from what we've already seen of World Tour, right? It's going to be very expansive, right? You're going to be going to multiple, venues and places around the world to check out, and it's going to be like Combat Quest or Conquest. I don't know if you remember Conquest from like, what was it? Not Deadly Alliance, Armageddon, right? Where you had Shujinko's whole. This is Mortal Kombat for those that don't know. It has like Shujinko's whole it's a whole one single player piece of content that is just like free roaming. You're going through all the realms and you're meeting all these characters. Just an entire story arc to it, and it was just huge and it was expansive. It was really awesome. If World Tour is anything like that, it's gonna be massive.
Okay. Well, yeah, and by the way, still can't get over this cover. Yeah, it's gonna be really good, but at the same time, it's also I don't know how big Monster Hunter is, but the RE6 or the RE engine is really pushing the limits on how much they can get away with the whole Street Fighter side of things, the fighting game side of things. Maybe it's also one of those things where, by the way, Resident Evil 4 about 57 gigabytes on my hard drive.
Monster Hunter Rise is about 52 minimum right now. See? I think that's just the base game, not like any additional DLC.
This game could probably be 100. No, I don't know. What's it running? Can you find that out? You know?
According to the Xbox page, it says around 50 gigs. With the Steam version, says it'll require about 60 gigs or so.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's a hefty boy. It's a hefty boy. So imagine if they're trying to cut that, it's maybe in thirds. Even if World Tour was even half of that, because I don't see Fighting Ground as gonna have has your training and your verses, like your offline verses and stuff like that. So I don't see that being too big. But World Tour, I think, is gonna be the big culprit here. And maybe even if that's 20, maybe 30 gigs, like cut that down, like make it be half of that. It'll be worth, like this method. This attack on it will be worth. So we'll just have to see. But it was really interesting, yeah. So as I'm assuming we're gonna be getting a bit more information of it once this showcase happens in just 3 days. By the way, if I didn't state it earlier, this is getting recorded on the 17th of April, so we are about 3 days away before the showcase does go down later on this week on Thursday. Once again, that is going to be 3 p.m. Pacific time, 6 p.m. Eastern. So to wrap up our Street Fighter, we have one quick thing, which is a nice little collab. But like I said, they're going. Yo, is this a sign? Are we looking at the species gonna be the direction? So we've been flamed, as in me and Static have both been flamed in the past by our awesome producer Ja, who just does an amazing amount of work behind the scenes about our keyboards. Like I have my little Ducky 2 here, right? It's a nice 80%. It's I think it's just 80%, super compact right here. Like you've got at least a 10 keyless. It looks like an 80%, something like that in there, or 60% for me, I think is what it is. And I just like little compact keyboards. They're nice. They're nice for me, right? Yeah, there you go. They got a nice little pick of that. Well, we now have a reason to be like, haha. there's a collabo here with High Ground and Street Fighter for some custom keycaps as well as some custom keyboards. Which the keyboards themselves look sick with the Akuma 10 symbol in the back.
Did you tell them why we were flamed?
We were flamed because
I don't have arrows on.
Oh yeah, we're flamed because there's no arrows and such.
I have to use a function key to get to my arrows.
Yeah, so do I. But that's pretty standard.
This has arrows.
Yeah.
I just didn't want number pads.
Yeah, that's usually the 10 keyless is the way to go. But yeah, so High Ground X Street Fighter. There are some, I think the two summit, the base camp, these are 65% or 65 percent keyboards, I'm pretty sure. Has some really awesome artwork to throw on there. Some iconic Street Fighter 2 artwork. I really wish they would have done a little bit more, but maybe Street Fighter 6. That would be kind of cool. Keep it a little bit more modern. But some of the stuff is classic. You won't hear me complain about it at all. Like this one looks ridiculous. It looks like they also have a mouse pad that is going on too, but these look ridiculously cool. I can't wait to check them out. But yeah, this is High Ground, HIGROUND. So you are a keyboard warrior, keyboard enthusiast. Look, I even got a little bit of glow on it here.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Just beautiful. And
even better, the symbol on the back is so.
Oh yeah, the 10 symbol is ridiculous. This is just godlike. The blue and the gold.
Yeah.
I mean, the red and black is kind of a go-to, right? Like if they would have done this black and this red, it would have fit even more because that's what glows. But the blue and the gold, man, there's something about it. I'm really digging it. It's kind of like Goken-esque kind of colors for me. But yeah, so it's going on High Ground. I don't know. I'm gonna check their. Let me check their site real quick. Yeah, there we go.
Nostalgia sells, man.
Oh yeah, it does. But that Akiman artwork is legendary, so I won't knock them for using it, of course. But yeah, this looks solid right now. I think at the moment it's either on pre-order or you have to get a reminder when they do go live. It'll be, I think, at Oh, it's saying 4/19, so I'm assuming this is happening around available internationally pre-ordering starting the 19th. So we're probably gonna see this maybe showing off in the showcase as well to kind of help promote it, which is gonna be kind of cool. So hey, if you want to get your hands on some of these Collabo keyboards, go check out High Ground, HIGROUND on Twitter. Once again, that's gonna happen on the 19th. They're gonna be checking in to get yourself a spot for pre-order. So yo, Street Fighter 6 is coming out swinging. We're definitely less than 2 months away. We're like what, a month and a half? Let me see. 1, 2, yeah, about a month and a half. Just about, a little bit over a month and 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, something like that before the world explodes. Are you taking off? I might be taking off that week. I know a couple of us are.
Confirm nor deny.
Okay, we'll just plead the fifth on that one in the meantime.
Yep.
But yeah, so Street Fighter 6 is looking hot. Can't wait for that showcase. It's gonna be a blast. So, from a high note, oh, go on.
Shout outs to Big Dame in the chat.
Oh, shout outs to that boy Big Dame. Boy Dame. Yeah, I know he was holding it down, casting and all.
Good
too,
shout,
with Fat Boy and all when it came to tournament that went down. So shout outs to Dame, the literal general manager of the fighting game community, like all fighting games. That's the title Dame holds down. So besides, once again, it's from a high of Street Fighter 6 to kind of like a little bit of the lows of Strive, which I'm a little how can I say, I'm a little conflicted on, funny enough, because I got on earlier today and I was like, oh yeah, let me get some more matches in. I just still got to get my Bedman match up even more. I haven't done my Celestial or anything like that. I was like, yeah, let me just jump on and see if I can get a match and we'll just rock out and such, which I proceeded to just only get like matches. I only had like one crash that went down on the game. The matches took a little longer to get into, but once I did, I was just,
yeah,
you know, I really didn't have a bad problem with it today. So, you know, and the irony is that I got to then go to watch another Twitch streamer. They were live, you know, because I go to a lot of people's streams, man. I'll jump around, I will just lurk and say what's up, you know, because that's just how you support, right? And this one was what's my man's name? Test my luck. Test my luck, not test your luck. The Nago player, this is just someone called Test My Luck, which actually, funny enough, I gotta double check. We do have a Test My Luck like listener, like he's also on our Discord and such. I meant to ask if that was the same person. Who knows? But regardless, I was watching my man struggle for like 15-20 minutes between trying to get a match, mid-match getting disconnected, getting sent back to the main menu, trying to get back online, getting sent back to the main menu again, taking a while for the like. I was like, oh, is this the experience I'm talking about? And he was at one point. He was in a lobby. I think it was like lobby number 2. He went to the East Coast because he was originally on West. Now he went to the East Coast. He was on lobby 2, which funny enough was the one I was on earlier. And he was looking at everyone. Everyone was in training mode. Like the list of like who's ready was so filled because nobody was able to get a match, and like everybody was just in training mode, waiting for a good connection to go down. I was just like, damn, man, is this really what we're seeing? Because right now I'm gonna keep it 100. I've kind of been like a little chill on my Guilty Gear play over the past like month and a half right now. Just been a little bit too busy, but I'm kind of jumping back into it. And I was like, damn, is this what people I've been tripping on about for real? It's like it's been that bad? Because it was already like for me before, where, you know, just constantly pressing to connect to someone. Oh, failed to connect to your opponent, and you do that 30 times before you actually get into your match. But damn, man, this was rough to watch. It was a tough one.
It was happening. I think I was playing yesterday night where it was just not doing it. It was just like, it took me a while, or I'd have to back out. I would go to a different lobby, but it kicks me all the way out, and same story. You know, I mean, and then when I did find something, I'd lose, and that just makes it worse, you know?
Yeah, so the reason I'm bringing it up is because we did talk about how Junior, the esports community manager for Arc System Works, you know, was transparent on things, tweeted out on their personal account last week. We caught it and brought it up that they're expect to hear something from the official Guilty Gear _PR account, which is like, you know, the official account to actually kind of get communication between the Guilty Gear team and such and the players. And we did get something official that went down, I think it was a couple days ago, on the 14th, stating, sincerely apologize for the inconvenience caused by the ongoing issues with the network mode. We have an announcement from the producer regarding the current situation and our direction moving forward. So, from Ken Miyauchi? Yeah, Miyauchi, the producer of Guilty Gear Strive, stating obviously apologizing for the inconvenience caused by the network issues, and they're making a top priority to fix, which duh, I would hope you make it a top priority, bro. So stating the current situation, talking about they've identified the cause of a large impact of the issues with the network mode and are actively working together with related parties on improvements to address the problem. We've received many inquiries regarding the certain network problems believed to be caused by malicious hacking. However, this is the interesting part. However, from our current investigation, we have determined there is a high likelihood of an unrelated, non-human induced cause behind these problems. We're currently carefully investigating the situation. I don't know why. I don't know where that confusion happened, to be honest. But yes, there was the hacking R code exploit, card stuff that we were dealing with for so long. And prior to the exactly. Once crossplay was implemented was when we saw these network issues. And for some reason, people kind of were like connecting the two, like, oh, we're having network issues because they're constantly their servers are getting constantly hit and stuff. Like, no, baby, no, baby. It was not that. I guess somewhere it just, like I said, it got mixed, got lost in the sauce about it. But yeah, when crossplay got implemented, that's when we started seeing those problems. So that wasn't a hacker related problem, wasn't a specific party that was inducing these network issues onto ArcSys works and all. No, it was internal. It was something in their code. The way they executed on the crossplay was causing incredible issues. So I just want to put it out there because for some reason there was just this misunderstanding that they thought it was just because of hackers or because of people doing the exploit and such. It's like, no, those completely different problem. So their direction moving forward, they go to state, the exact method is yet to be determined. We are currently working on a patch to address issues caused by the connection, processing, and improve certain connection processes. The release timing will be announced once the patch is ready. We appreciate your continued patience. For more information on future developments, check the official Twitter as well as the homepage. They apologize for any obscurity in our communication and for the delay regarding our company's ongoing efforts to address these recent issues with the game and improve online network stability and security. In addition, any and all feedback regarding these and other issues, as well as opinions or requests for improving our games, are as always welcome and appreciated. Continued patronage. Thank you for your continued patronage, and very important to us. Everything in our power for the enhanced Guilty Gear Strive's gaming experience. Blah, 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 blah. So, so what's basically what they're stating is, they've outright just now said it's a non-human induced problem. It's not human related. It is our code. Without saying it, it's our code. It's their implementation, execution of the crossplay that's basically opened the floodgates to these problems. But hey, they are being transparent and letting us know they have a patch. They're working on it. As soon as they get the patch, it's ready. They will execute and let that go out public. It's pretty standard. It's pretty standard operating procedure. They have to test it out before they can put it out to the masses. Either it'll break more or it'll fix things or make things a lot better. So, and they're saying, they are still open for all feedback, which they didn't say they had a feedback form specifically here. I don't know if you can go to like any of the backyards and throw a feedback form there or email them or something like that or hit up Junior. But, I still give props to ArcSys for being just open about it and going like, listen, we fucked up. We know we fucked up. We're trying to fix it. In the meantime, if there's anything improvements, keep throwing it our way, right? Keep throwing it our way, which is fine. Like I can't, that's the best you can do in this kind of situation. If they had the fix from the rip, they would fix it, right? If they had the fix, they would fix it. I'm not knocking them. I'm knocking their poor implementation of crossplay. That clearly stopped. But we'll see what happens. See, this is speaking about when we talked about Big Dame earlier. See, this is what happens when you let Xbox people play.
Yeah,
Xbox people play in the with everybody else. They just fuck everything up. Like no, no. For some context, Dame's like the only person that I know that has just been rocking out on Xbox. That comes out to a lot of the local, the local stuff and into tournaments. Like he's just like the only person that's rocking out on Xbox for some reason. And you see Xbox gets implemented, and now look what happens.
Ever since DOA was Xbox exclusive, DOA 3. Remember that?
Because DOA, because
there's
Christine,
Oh.
I think is her name.
Christy, yeah.
I think that was her name. I think that was the Spartan on that
The
one.
Mantis?
The Mantis? No. The name of the Spartan. The name of the Spartan. It's because it's a female. It was the Master. That wasn't Master Chief. That was just a Spartan, but it was a female Spartan, and I think her name was Christine or something like that. I can't remember.
I don't know what the name, but Dame is in the chat.
Oh, it is Christy. Damn. Got him.
No, he's probably saying Christy is.
Oh, as in the Mantis one. Yeah. Purple hair.
I use. Yes.
But the reason we say that is because Dame is a DOA player through and through. So DOA being what it is on Xbox, it's just like was the route to go for him in a competitive sense. So just taking shots at Dame, but it's all love at the end of the day. All right, so with that, Guilty Gear is just kind of in a pseudo limbo right now when it comes to the network mode. Hopefully it gets fixed up. Like, it will be a killer to have just Guilty Gear working, right? Especially once Street Fighter 6 drops too. Like, I would jump from one to the other, man. Trust, like, I'll be playing it all. But, if it isn't fixed by then, I'm definitely going to be playing a little bit more 6 than Strive. But we'll see. I'm sure ArcSys is on on that right now.
Dame has the update.
Oh, Nicole, 458. Nicole, there we go. Thank you. Yes, Nicole. Yeah, she was badass with that sticky grenade. That shit was gross. So we don't really have anything else in terms of like game updates that have really gone down. To be honest, there hasn't been a whole lot. We had an indie fighting game fest went down over the weekend, which is really sick. I got to check out. It's kind of a little bit of tangent, but let's call it part of the randoms DFGC. I got to check out Duelist of Eden. We covered this a long time ago. It's like the Mega Man Battle Network-esque game. It's strictly.
I did see something about it.
It's a 1v1. It's kind of like the spiritual successor of that system and all. They had I don't know if it's still open right now, but I know I joined and I got to play a little bit of the tutorial, and I didn't get to go online, but yeah, they had a tournament that went down as well, and that was over the weekend. It was fucking awesome. It was a really cool game. The animations are awesome. The moveset is great. It is based around, just competitive 1v1 on this. There's some fighting game love there for sure. There's health bars on the top. I mean, similar to, like I said, Battle Network and all that, it's a spiritual successor to it, but these guys are definitely FGC heads in some capacity. I want to say the way that they design some of these characters and the way it plays, it's really, really awesome. So I got to check it out. I got to play some of it. I think I don't know if the playtest is still going on. So if you haven't already, go check out the playtest for Duelist of Eden. If you haven't already, go just opt into it. It was a lot of fun for me. Like I said, I got to play the tutorial, and I did get to play a match. As quick as that was, it was still a lot of fun. All right, so since we're here in the randoms. Actually, before we get into the randoms, there is one thing I needed to bring up, and it's of course this ad break that we're gonna do. Yeah, it's a little early on it, but we're gonna knock it out real quick. So guys, we're gonna get a couple quarters. We'll be right back after this. All right, and we're back. Just got through and talk about a little bit on the indie side of some gaming right there with Duelist of Eden. Go check that playtest out live right now on Steam, and we're gonna be moving forward. Actually, because Dame is in the chat, and he actually brought it up. We actually did have this locked up too, and this is a game that I also got a chance to check out. But yeah, God of Rock is actually going to be launching tomorrow. One day until launch. It's going to be 16 hours remaining. If they post it up on the official Twitter. It's going to be releasing tomorrow. I got to play this game. Talk about FGC inspired, right? Guitar Hero and fighting games just just did the fusion dance and combined, and it's really a fun, entertaining game for my rhythm players out there too. It's definitely fun. It's got actual like command normals. This game has more command specials and normals than freaking Project L's going to have when that drops, which is funny. And yeah, so they've been releasing a couple more characters, I believe. They've been showing them off. I think they have the entirety of the characters that are there. Oh, they actually have the voice actor spotlight for it. But yeah, in the early build of it, there was only, I think, 6 characters you could play. Some of these are definitely new. Like I have not seen Champ, I've not seen Edith or like Ziggy. But Johan, it was Johan, Rosetta, Hilda, or Hilde. Is it Hilda or Hilde? I want to say it's Hilda, who kind of reminds you of Jacko. I keep looking at it, I keep thinking Jacko. King, and I think that was it. I think it was only 4 characters you could rock out with in the beginning. But yeah, since then they have added, looks like there's going to be a roster of, was that 11? 5, that's some quick math. Sorry, that's 13. Quick math. So 13 of them, but it's going to be dropping tomorrow. Super stoked. This has been a labor of love, I'm sure, for the teams. And hey, if you're looking to share God of Rock with your audience, we got you covered. From early access keys to assets, our goal is to support your channel and mutually grow. Look at that. Hey, maybe we will sign up. Double Tap will do some quick versus matches. You guys can come join us and play with this. I actually have some awesome rhythm controller that could work probably very well with this. I'd have to go test that out. But in the meantime, go check that out. If Guitar Hero was your thing, fighting games are also your thing, God of Rock will definitely be your thing.
Oh man, I downloaded it for the demo and I missed it. So I am down to try.
For sure.
I wonder if I hope it doesn't get DMCA'd when you're playing on Twitch either.
No, I think it's all original. It's either all original or it's not like it's not mainstream like music. It's not like Guitar Hero.
Right, like shot through the heart.
Yeah. Whoa, relax. Well, we don't want to get hit. But yeah.
The Shining, not the Shining. No.
So with that, with Gods of Rock coming out tomorrow, one thing we're going to bring up just a couple events things here for the Focus Attack. One specifically, shout outs, of course, to Mono. But First Attack 2023 event and Hotel Info will be going live on the 28th.
If we didn't mention it 2 weeks ago, top 8 at Evo Japan.
Top 8 Evo Japan. Shout outs to Mono.
And runs a tournament. True.
Dude's insane. Guy's godlike. He's got to be cut from some kind of cloth, man, of really incredible people. It's just what it is. It's just what comes out there. But yeah, so First Attack 2023 event and hotel info, registration, and tournament lineup will be going live April 28th at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you missed last year, check out our event recap video and make sure to lock in your rooms and prepare the vacation tournament you all know and love. I think he meant to say vacation.
Auction? Or vacation tournament.
Yeah, it's supposed to be vacation tournament. Yeah, because you go to First Attack, sure, for the tournament, but PR is also an incredible place to go to just to go visit. So you're gonna definitely have yourself some fun there. But you know what? Guess what? What?
Yeah, go ahead. No, you're fine.
I was gonna say we're gonna be there. We've already stated, we've already put ourselves out there. We've already told Mono himself, like, we will be there this year. Double Tap will be going. So
hey, yo, I didn't know I was in there.
Wait, you were in there? Wait, what? Where were you? Hold up.
I am in there like swimwear.
Hold
the
up.
old pair your parents wear.
Hold up. Where you at?
Right?
Hey! Hey, look at you. That's right. You got third in Marvel, right? You got
third in Marvel. 110. At 110
hey, look at you. Look at that.
Woo! I have to go.
Damn, man, you couldn't even trim up a little bit. Come on, bro.
I did.
What you mean? Looking a little.
It was a week old.
You're looking grizzly,
off, man.
Looking grizzly.
You know what?
Up
Maybe I don't have to take off the week before Combo Breaker. Maybe I got to take the week off before First Attack.
For real.
Mono, I gotta go retweet that right now.
There you go. Live. We do this live, baby. You didn't even know. I didn't even know. But yo, shout outs to Mono, of course, and First Attack and his whole team, Red Rooster, everybody. This will be, was it the 10th? The 10th First Attack? I think it looks like it's stating, which is freaking incredible. There's some events out there that don't even make it 10 years. It's an incredible achievement. But October 27th to 29th, damn, right before Halloween. Oh, it's gonna be baller. It's gonna be such a good time. It's gonna be a little chillier, but you know what? That's not a bad time to go down to PR during October time. So once again, go check it out. April 28th. Keep a lookout for it. Go follow First Attack PR on Twitter. Like I said, we're gonna be there, so you should be there to come say what's up. Yeah, they got Hilton's in PR, Dame. So I'm sure you can hook people up. Make sure to hook us up while you're there. That'd be great. You hook us up at a hotel. We'll speak the language for you. We'll get you around. So, in other events, I mean, you were just talking about it earlier, Combo Breaker. Combo Breaker obviously happening Memorial Day weekend. I think they only have a couple more days left before their like registration is early, or like the earliest registration you can get done. Now I think the price hike is gonna happen relatively soon. I want to say I gotta double check on the announcement. I know I saw it on their Twitter feed earlier. I think it's like a couple days left, I think.
Yeah, I'm booking my stays right now. I'm probably doing an Airbnb.
I might be thinking of Evo, actually, to be honest. But yeah, so Combo Breaker made an announcement, officially partner with MSI. MSI is activating a PC fleet at Combo Breaker 2023 that'll host our very first 512 player mystery game tournament. Starting today, thanks to the support of MSI's generous 2023 loaner program.
Oh, wait a minute.
Wow.
They just extended it to 512 now?
Yes.
I should go enter. What the heck is
Go
this?
enter. Yeah, it literally just says the 256 player cap has been raised to 512. So go check it out on the Start GG page. Go sign up now if you haven't. Mystery game tournaments are pretty legendary when it comes to Combo Breaker. But yeah, it's really cool that MSI is getting involved. We've talked about it. I can't talk enough about how awesome that loaner program was. It was announced right after Defender North, did a successful, tournament, PC, first ever for fighting games. MSI was a sponsor there. They re-upped their sponsorship for the following Defender North, but they announced their loaner program post that to help support the TOs. I don't know if it's whatever the size, but they are trying to support as many events as they can. The loaner program is that they will be giving out, or letting you borrow, right? Loan out, kind of in the name of it. Laptops, a specific model laptop. I believe they're not screens, but I think there's some desktops as well. So you get setups for this, so you can actually. I don't know if it's going to do an entire tournament. That's going to be dependent, I think, on as to whatever they have available. Because when it comes to a loaner program like this, they have so much inventory, and it can only be spoken between so many dates. So if there's crossover or if there's openings, then that's the opportunity to get into it and actually have them provide, and they can be an official sponsor. I'm sure you have to slap their logo all over the place, but hey, you can also probably get some love from them on social medias as well. But yeah, Combo Breaker is just the latest event that now has officially partnered with them, which is awesome. Once again, it is with all kinds of PCs supporting. But the other thing that they're doing is supporting the Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 tournament to celebrate the resurgence of the UMVC 3 community, propelling the game into EVO 2023 lineup, the series' first ever throwback title. MSI is partnering with CB 2023 to send the tournament grand finalists, both first and second place, to compete at EVO, meaning they're paying for flight and hotel. And to my knowledge, I believe and hotel. I know they're getting flight. Someone tweeted specifically as to what else. I think Rick answered it somewhere. I'm gonna have to double check that.
I can just tell you right now, congrats to Liver Terminator and to Jabril. First and second place.
First and second, yeah, good for y'all. Good for y'all.
Yeah. No, but for real, like that can be anybody. That can be Mundang. Chris G, DeadX Pride. EXP was there in second place last year. Even Lil Monix made it. One of the Spider-Man players who got gotcha. third place last year. So that can go to anybody.
Yeah.
I mean, anybody who's coming out or being a online warrior.
Never stopped playing. Never stop gaming. Never stop.
Milky.
So it actually is flight, hotel, and registration for the game, all paid out. So hey man, if you've been on that Marvel grind, you do first or second, you make it up there, you can make your way through. And it is actually Combo Breaker. It is closing their standard registration in 4 days. That is confirmed. It is Combo Breaker. I thought it was Evo, but yeah. So make sure if you haven't already, go register. I know you're all set up. I know you're gonna be there. Shout out to Dame. Dame's gonna be there too. I will not be there, unfortunately. I can't make that time. I will be at CEO though, shortly after for sure. I think we both will be at CEO. Which I think it was Evo that posted up, I think, numbers recently as to like the current status of game registration.
We didn't talk about that. That's right. That is something I missed.
Yes, so I think with
it's at the top. It's very.
I just want to make sure there's anything else. So early bird registration, is finishing up, and now they kind of gave us a little bit of a little check on the pulse, right, as to how it's looking. So for the 8 games being played, at the bottom, Mortal Kombat 11, we got Melty Blood at 7th, King of Fighters 15 at 6th, Dragon Ball Fighters at 5th, Ultimate Marvel making their way all the way up to 4th is
Sunday.
2023 is fucking insane.
Yeah, I mean,
fucking insane.
I mean, I feel like a lot of people already dropped Dragon Ball, so that's not a surprise. What were the top 4 last year? Guilty Gear, Street Fighter, KOF, and I mean, Tekken. All of those 3.
Tekken. The top 3 are about the same. But yeah, following that is Tekken 7, of course, Strive in 2nd, Street Fighter 6 in 1st. Not really a surprise. I'm actually expecting CEO to have similar numbers from what Jabali even also last said. They were like Street Fighter 6, or we're talking in the hundreds between 1st and 2nd. So I'm assuming Strive is that 2nd place. But yeah, so Evo early bird registration did finish up last week. We just wanted to sit down and give you guys a check on that if you haven't already. Make sure to go sign up. You still got time to sign up for Evo. You still got time to sign up for Combo Breaker. Hell, you still got time to sign up for CEO. And once April 28th comes through, go sign up for First Attack.
That means pools are starting Friday and going all the way to Sunday.
Oh yeah. You on the grind. You're on the grind.
Yeah, jeez, man.
Make sure to have breakfast, baby. Make sure to have that Vegas breakfast.
Routine.
Because you ain't going to survive otherwise.
8 a.m. Friday? I don't know about that, Dame.
Damn.
you still doing 8 a.m. Fridays? You gotta go.
That'd be wild. But yeah, man. So yeah, gonna have an interesting week this week. It's gonna be that announcement this week on the 20th is gonna be crazy. We got a lot of incredible events coming up. I don't really know what else to get into at this point, because that rounds up our randoms. Honestly, we didn't have anything else in randoms, and this is actually going to be pretty much the end of the show this week. I know it seems an hour has already passed. It already came and went for us.
We got one extra special shout out though this weekend. If you are in the Philly area, there is a Smash Brothers and Tekken tournament happening by courtesy of Super Game Day.
Super Game Day, boys.
It starts at a time that I'm going to say when I find it out in a few seconds. Super Game Day on Twitch.
11 a.m.
Yes, thank you. 11 a.m. this Saturday, the 22nd. It's free public event. You can show up if you want to enter the tournaments. Tekken is $10. Smash Brothers is $15. First Tekken payout is 60-30-10, while Smash payout is more 270 for second, and third place prize for that, which will be run by Origin of Play and Iron Fist Philly. They have all, then there's a Switch raffle. Just definitely, show up, bring your best cosplay if you'd like, have fun. There's vendors, panels, family movie selection, cosplay, and more, run by a very close friend of mine, and I just wanted to shout them out. Didn't get to have bring them on the show, but
we'll get them on. We'll get them on afterwards. That's fun. But yeah, shout out to Super Game Day Takeover going on April 22nd. That is happening over at 121 North Christopher Columbus Boulevard. Oh, okay, so it is over. I know exactly. I know where that is. Yeah. But yeah, like you said, they're gonna be having some Tekken. They're gonna be having some Smash.
Can't miss it. You see the bridge. You see the Ben Franklin Bridge right underneath. Don't jump though.
Yeah. Shout outs to looks like Afro, looks like the homie Afro and Fat Boy. They're gonna be helping out there. Iron Fist Philly. Shout outs to those guys, of course, and the rest of the Super Game Day team for putting that together. I might be stopping by. I want to come through to just say what's up, because the event itself is always fun. There's a lot of really awesome merch out there. There's a lot of vendors that are selling some really awesome stuff. And it's overall like a really super chill vibe. Yeah. So shout outs to those guys. So if you're in the area, go check it out. Once again, that's on the 22nd, 11 a.m. That's the start of the tourneys, I believe, or rather 11 a.m. is the start of the event. The tourneys and the registration closes, looks like, at 12 the night before. So you got to make sure to, register if you want to get in on that.
Yeah, I'll be a little late. Don't worry. But hey, there's always Combo Breaker and Evo and CEO. We're all there.
And First Attack, man, it's
all the registration time. We gotta make sure get our events handled and situated.
For sure.
I think that's all the sort of locals.
Yeah. Yep.
There's a lab every Thursday, and so no real focus attack, eh?
Yeah, no real focus this week. Just a lot of announcements, just a lot of things that we're looking forward to seeing. Announcements. But that is going to be it for us this week. We appreciate y'all hanging out with us for another episode of Double Tap. Of course, you guys can follow the show at Double Tap FGC on Twitter. You can follow my awesome host here, of course, Static Gorilla, at Static Gorilla on all social media platforms. Whether he's streaming TNS runs on Fridays or go check him out on Thursdays at the Vermilion series on Twitch, because he'll probably be on stream at some point playing Guilty or Marvel as well. You'll always catch this guy online. You can check me out, of course, at CrashTagVS on Twitter. But make sure to also subscribe if you haven't already on our YouTube at Double Tap FGC. We do clip and highlight a bunch of sections here of the podcast there. If you guys want to check out some of the visuals we've been throwing up on the show, if you're also just listening, go check it out there. You can also, just listen to the show. It is on we do upload the full episodes there on a podcast playlist. So even if, you don't see us, you can still listen to us through YouTube there. So make sure to go subscribe. Once again, Double Tap FGC on YouTube. We appreciate y'all. And you guys can give us feedback. Just like Ark says, we do love some feedback. We appreciate it. Any and all feedback is greatly helps and supports us. Rate us, review on any of your podcast platform of choice. Your favorite podcast platforms are all live with our episodes for sure. And once again, it all helps a whole lot out. And we'll be live once again on Monday, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time here on twitch.tv/mash those buttons. We'll be live next week post the showcase, which is going to be a doozy. So expect to talk some Street Fighter 6 then. But until then, of course, make sure to stay tuned after the show to hear about our other shows here on the MTV network. But we'll see you guys, of course, next week. Peace.
See you.